how different from week to week the offenses you are facing in college football. It seems like everybody in the NFL does pretty much the same thing. Is there much carryover between one team to another? Or does it just seem
there
like
is? I mean, there's a little difference between South Carolina and Murray State. And the only comparison that I can make right now is that the only difference between South Carolina and Pitt is that South Carolina had a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Pitt don't have a very mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And they're a great team over there. He can sit. He rides the pocket well, and he can throw the ball a little bit, and that's a credit to him. We just got to continue to play assignment football and execute.
When you watch on TV, Georgia Tech runs the triple option. Michigan does something completely different with the read option. North Carolina, as you guys know, is much more of a pro style. Do you enjoy going up against the different?
I don't even know. I don't know a lot about. The only reason I know that Georgia Tech run that option is because they had a Thursday night game, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we get home in time enough to probably sit down, and catch a few minutes of the game and whatnot. But I don't know too much about those guys right now, man. Because I mean, right now we really got to just focus on Pittsburgh right now.
You're full-time fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
What's your reaction when you hear that Pittsburgh's only giving up one sack this year?
Any given Sunday, any given Saturday, anything's liable to happen. I mean, they're a great team. They're very powerful. I mean, they can throw it, they can run it. You just any given Saturday in terms of college football.
A challenge though to the defensive line.
I mean, it's a challenge. It's always. I mean, as a defensive line or defense in general, if you're approaching an opponent that has only been sacked one time, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have the guys say, "Well, I'm gonna see if I can't be one of the guys to get that second, third, fourth, fifth sack on them."
What do their offensive linemen do well? Do they play well as a unit? Are they gifted and talented individually? What stands out?
Physical, and they play well as one unit. Assignment football. It'll be assignment defense against assignment offense. So.
The left tackle, people are talking about him being an NFL prospect. Do you kind of relish when you go up against a guy that other NFL people like? Is that a big personal challenge for you?
That'll be a great competition, And him, the left tackle or the right tackle. I mean, both of them can be beat, both of them can block him. I mean, whoever shows up Saturday to play ball is who's going to win the battle.
Pittsburgh ever recruit you? I know they got a lot of Florida kids.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did, but it's been
Miami guy.
I'm sure I did, but it's been like 5 years ago. I don't remember right now.
What does it mean to you during the Murray State game? You moved into the top 10 in NC State history in tackles for loss and for sacks. What does that mean for you to be on that list?
I mean, he just brought something to my attention that I'm not even aware of, but that means a lot. There's a lot of great guys up there that really work hard and earn to be in that top 10 position. And now that I've, I guess made my way up in there somehow, I just look to continue to do what I'm doing and let the chips fall where they may fall.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Games, it's about winning, but for you to come back, for this year and to be able to establish yourself, as one of the best, defensive players to end up in the backfield on a consistent basis, that's got to mean a lot, And
I tell you what, Coach Archer do a great job at putting me in position to make plays. That's all I can say. I mean, he tells me where to go, how it should be played, where I'm supposed to be at, and I do the best that I can to make the best out of that particular defense we're in.
What makes Deion Lewis effective? He's small, but he's slippery.
Who's that?
The little running back for Pittsburgh that seems to make everybody
That's his
miss.
name?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know it. I don't know his name. He's very shifty guy. He's very shifty. I would say he probably remind me of Jamel Eugene. But having competed and go against JE all day in practice, I mean, that makes things a lot easier when we play a shifty back like that. For us.
Sure.
We know what to expect, So.
Talk about the camaraderie on the defensive line as a unit right now.
Man, we just stick together right now. We tight as a knot. We're not allowing anything to come up between us. nothing down the middle. You can go over the top, you can try to go around, but we refuse to let anything go in the middle.
Can you just talk about, I mean, a lot of people were talking about coming into the season to play the secondary and a little worried about how that started. I mean, you know, we got the D-line, you had the linebackers, but everyone's a little worried about the play of the secondary. So I guess could you just talk a little bit about how they played so far?
I mean, they're playing great. We only let up we in 3 games now. We've only given up 24 points.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, 2. What was it? 14 last game, 7 the game before.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, as every team in the nation, I think would agree that the game relies upon the defensive line. I mean, we set the tempo, we set the tone.
Yeah.
It's up to the D-line. We getting off the ball, we making plays, we pressuring the quarterback. He gonna throw it when he's not ready.
Yeah.
Cornerback, safety in position, make big hits, interception, force fumbles. I mean, anything's liable to happen. I mean, you got 11 guys, you got 10 guys around one particular guy, maybe. You know, let's say if you got a freshman, true freshman, middle linebacker or something. All the guys around him playing great defense. All you got to do is just stand there. I mean, so it all comes back to playing as a team and just knowing your assignment.
Yeah, and then talking about that, having a young guy, can you talk a little bit about Earl Wolf and just how he's played? I mean, he's really he's played 3 games so far after redshirt.
He's having to grow fast right now. He's really having to grow fast, step in and step up for, you know, step in really and getting his feet wet. And he's doing a pretty good job. He's one of the guys who like to come up and hit. I see a big future ahead for him. He just has to keep his head on right. And everything else will play out for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seemed crazy. I mean, I saw he had 8 tackles in that South Carolina game. Only played like 16 or 17 snaps. And so, I mean, I just thought
he gets after it. He gets after it, man.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
No problem at all. No problem.
2 last questions, Willie. One, Russell won't talk about it, you know, because he's, you know, just being humble. But as a team and for you being one of the captains, what do you think about Russell's streak, man? I mean,
I tell you what, he's a character, man. The only thing he doesn't have that a prototypical, I guess, quarterback has is his height. That's the only thing. He has every other tool that you would look for in a quarterback. He's a great guy. I mean, he just broke the record Saturday. I mean, that's not a credit to his character. I mean, this is his 2nd year playing, and he's already broken an all-time record. I mean, that says a lot right there. You don't even have to. I mean, I don't know how much more you can say about it other than all-time record.
Last thing, you know, we talked about after your first game of the season, you brought out Nate's signature move. Have you continued to keep bringing that out?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do, and I will continue.
Okay.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You know.
Now let me ask you this: are you going to steal that? Because you know Nate's going to play again, but he ain't going to play this year.
I tell you.
So when you go to the next level, are you going to keep it?
I'm gonna get. I won't be as consistent as I am, but as soon as he's back in action, I kind of give it back to him.
You're going to give it back to him?
Yeah, I think about giving it back to him.